is absolutely disgraceful, disgusting, and unacceptable that the administration has prioritized illegals at the border. And this isn't a recent development. We started talking about this over 4 years ago. My first year in office, I was looking at receipts where homeless veterans funds under FEMA were being redirected to buy plane tickets, bus tickets, and hotel rooms for illegals.
Well, physically redirected. That's interesting.
Yes.
That's very powerful.
They were redirecting funds out of specific accounts, but they got very clever once we started raising the red flags on it. They decided they were going to launder the money through NGOs. So entities like Catholic Charities, for example, they are the ones that get these block grants, and then they subsequently spend them. Then DHS says, well, our hands are clean, and we're not really doing that. We know that to be false. Over $1 billion has been allocated for illegals rather than prioritizing those hardest hit. And I can tell you, our friends in Florida, Georgia, North Carolina, South Carolina, and Tennessee after Hurricane Helene are furious about this, as they should be.
As they should be. That's astounding. What can Congress do to say, hey, wait a minute, to red flag that money, especially that you see that this shell game is happening? And it's sad. I mean, if we are not helping Americans that are in apocalyptic conditions right now, I don't know where our heart is.
Well, I think, one, it starts with, exercising the power of the purse. But with a majority of just 2, we're a heart attack or a temper tantrum away from losing that majority in the Republican House. So we have to grow our ranks, first and foremost, if we're going to actually do the most impactful thing, which is leverage the power of the purse. The second thing is we need to absolutely audit and make sure that the money is not being filtered through these NGOs who are abusing the policies. That's how they're maneuvering and using these loopholes. We saw this with the baby formula, where there was absolutely a prioritization of baby formula going to illegals rather than American mothers and babies. This is the crux. You don't want to defund the policies and the programs that are helping homeless veterans and people most in need, but that's how they're working their way through it. So exercise the power of the purse, tighten up those loopholes, and we'll actually be able to do it. But I think, honestly, the election in November is the most effective way that we can fix this problem.